am a woman of a certain age. I am kind of going blank right now. Where am I? But once I do this, it's going to be fun. But no, actually, they convinced me to have drinks. No, and you can tell I'm not a spring chicken. I have crossed the road to going close to retirement now. And I know that's a lot of poultry puns. I raise chickens. There might be some foul language coming up, and I apologize. The one thing that you want to do is at this age, when you are nearing retirement, is that people always tell you, life is going to slow down. Days are going to span longer than you wish. And I'm like, no. I am sorry, the only thing that's slowing down is my metabolism. I eat tree bark, and nothing is stopping the metabolism from slowing down. But I also have the mantra of, yoo-hoo! Let's give it a whirl and see what sticks. And that's kind of my mantra going into retirement. We have, one of the things is I am on the quest to find stylish elastic pants. I no longer will wear those pants, they call them mid-rise pants. You've got a fun size zipper in it. You need a protruding hip bones to keep them in place. So that's why I'm going for with the expanding girth, I decided I need to have the elastic waistband. So when I bend over in the store, I don't show people my granny panties. They like to play peekaboo if it goes down too low, The other thing with retirement, you make a list. People tell you to. They call it a bucket list. I call it what it truly is. A permanent, final deadline. You either finish it or it ain't gonna happen in your lifetime. The first thing I wanted to do was to get organized. Everyone says, oh, get organized. You gotta start getting rid of things. And I did this, but I do it in a different way because my getting rid of things and downsizing is getting my adult son's crap out of my house. We have moved 3 times, and these boxes stay there. It's stuff they don't want, but I'm not gonna donate to have them say, oh, you got rid of all those clay pots I made in elementary school? I just can't, no, I'm not gonna do it. So what I do is I bring those to their house. And I place them in different places. Like, I put Legos all over their bathroom floors and turn off the lights. They deserve that. I take their uniforms that we had to keep because they were all so important, from the recreational superstar days of every sport. I put those in their crawl space. But the best, I put their participation trophies, which mean nothing to them either. It means nothing. They're like, everyone got it. What does it matter? But I'm hoping when they see participation in their bedroom, I'll get more grandkids. The other things, sorry, I am nervous and I can't help it. But in my quest of getting the elastic waistband and downsizing, the one thing that I want you to understand, I do like fashion. I do try to do fashion. Back in the day, we used to get ready to go out for a night. We'd rat our hair up to about a mile high, take a half can to a can of Aquanet, spray it on. Then we'd have to get in the car like this. Unless you had a sunroof, then it could go up. But you wanted to make sure if you had a girlfriend that just did the same thing, that you didn't touch hair because it might still be tacky, and you would have to be surgically removed. The other thing, excuse me. So then, that's where I've been seeing a lot of fashion with the eyelashes. Have you all seen the girls with the big eyelashes? They look like they are woodland creatures out of Disney films. And now I would love to get them, but I know what would happen. I'd go out in the wind, and they would permanently be in my eyebrow, and I'd have that permanent surprise look. But most people, because of my age, would think the Botox went wrong. The other day I saw one, and it was beautiful. They were so lush and thick. They don't blink. It was a cashier. She doesn't blink. Her eyes fluttered because they were so thick. And I kept thinking, is she causing the butterfly effect, and there's a hurricane happening on her? But then I caught the look, and I saw a chunk of the eyelash was missing. And I kind of have OCD. And then I kind of kept looking at her like this. I frightened her, I think. 'Cause it kind of looked like she had a tarantula with alopecia laying across her eyelid, and it just bothered me so much. The other thing I've done, my bucket list, is that I want to sneak into heaven. I'm sorry, you guys. I've done a lot of choices. Might not be the best, borderline. We're lucky in Minnesota, where I'm from, is that we have a town called St. Peter's, and they actually have pearly gates. Now, I know these are supposed to be for photo ops for tourists, but I'm using them to find out how to sneak into heaven. I know that I can sneak around a certain place. I'm thinking if I have someone put a wind-up toy in my casket, I can wind it up and kind of get St. Peter to look the other way when I just charge the gate. But the worst part was when I climbed up. I thought, I'm going to learn how to scale these. One, I have no upper body. To be honest, the reason why I wear sleeves all the time is if the wind comes up, my body turns into a musical instrument. So I'm hanging one day, I got stuck I was stuck on the gates, and I was about 3 feet up. The cars were very enthusiastically honking for me. I checked with one hand to make sure my elastic band did not give up. They didn't. That was my community service for the month, because I did not moon anyone in my granny panties. So then you're gonna see with some of my choices why I have to sneak in. One time when I was downsizing for my kids, I found, actually I bought it. I found it in the store. It was the most creepy Christmas decoration I've ever seen in my life. It was a snowman with a top hat. It was a doll. It was vintage. And have you ever noticed that anything made vintage needs to have a good splash of holy water? Because it's just creepy. But the snowman had a really sinister smile, and it was a plastic head on an Elf on the Shelf body. No hands. The hands are just pointy little things, and they have pointy little feet. So I took it to my son in a house, and I put it in the middle of his bed, and I surrounded it with battery-operated candles and left. I get a text when I get home. Thanks, Mom. I no longer feel safe. Now, most moms would apologize for such a naughty little gag, but I respond with, if you think that makes you feel unsafe, just wait to see what else you find in your house. Sweet dreams, dear. Yeah, and I shouldn't have did it to him. He's the good son that was good. Well, not the good son. Both my sons are wonderful. Gotta love them the same, right? But but he's the one that will not. He'll get me the nice nursing home, I think. My other one, he's kind of a thrift store guy, and he will probably buy me, put me in a nursing home that instead of actually saying what they're serving for dinner, it's surprise of something. You know, like surprise of Thanksgiving, you know, and things like that. But anyhow, I can't be upset with my son that's more thrifty because I love thrift stores. So much it caused some problems. I thought it was my destiny to free every religious, you know, Mary statue, Jesus statue, every saint statue, every crucifix out of the thrift stores. The problem is when I walked in my house one day, I realized I looked like a Catholic bookstore or gift shop. I vowed. Because I also had got my sister somehow got every one of my mother's statues in my house. Where do you think I got the idea to get the Legos on the bathroom floor? So I thought, okay, I'm never going to do this again. I'm not going to go buying. I'm going to take a break. Well, I was driving by the next day, about 12 hours later, when I made this commitment, and there was a sale, half price on blue tags. So I had to stop. So I'm walking down the aisles, and I didn't see any religious statues. That was the safe. I walked by crock pots, and there's Jesus on a crucifix. He's a crucifix with Jesus on it, peeking out of a crock pot. Jesus does not belong in a crock pot, nor did Mary. The week before, I found a Mary. Someone was trying to get her married to Ken, the Barbie doll Ken. I'm sorry, he's too plastic to be Mary's husband. No, you're not doing that. So then, but let's go back to, I have Jesus on the crucifix. I'm gonna save him. I'm taking him out of the crock pot. I went and bought him, and I get to my car and I immediately put him in the glove box. And guess what? That was the last time I thought of him until about 6 months later. Why? I thought Jesus wanted to drive around in my glove box with me. I don't know. So this happens, and again, this is why I have to practice getting into heaven, or sneaking, I should be honest. So I'm driving with my good son, the one that's going to put me in the good nursing home. Must clarify. And we're going on this road, and there's gravel. And I couldn't remember, it was an extra wide. I knew it was an industrial area, and I couldn't quite remember if it was 2 lanes or 1 lane. And so, anyhow. So I kind of swerved to jog my memory. It didn't work. I just drove in the middle of the road. There was no one coming. However, I didn't realize that a police officer, when I turned on the next road, had seen me. And the lights go on, and I'm pulling over because I didn't think I really did anything wrong. And I pull over, and to be honest, I never get pulled over. Never did up until this time. I know I drive with a lot of giddy up in my go, and I'd even have police officers driving by me, and my sons and my husband were like, "Oh my God, you never get pulled over. How does that?" I got a bubble. Well, to be honest, my bubble died that day. Aww. So he comes up, I pull over, and I look at my son, who's already texting his dad and his brother to say I got pulled over. And I'm like, stop, you gotta find the insurance card, it's in the glove box. So I'm digging in my purse for my driver's license, and I look in the rearview mirror, and this police officer emulated, if any of you are young, I'm sorry, you youngsters, you might not know this, but he must have watched a lot of the movies Smokey and the Bandit. He had the smoky hat and the reflective sunglasses. He emulated, those movies were with Sally Fields, Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds' mustache. And he comes up, and he's leaning against the car, and he goes, "Ma'am, you know I pulled you over?" I go, "I actually don't have a clue." He goes, "You were swerving." And I said, "Why didn't they just put down the gravel? I didn't know where the lines were." I go, "But yeah, you're right, I was swerving." So, excuse me. So he goes, "I need to see your driver's license and the insurance card." And I hand him my driver's license, and I look over to my son, who's now holding Jesus on the crucifix with the insurance card stuck to it. And his eyes are huge. He goes, "Mom, I can't," and he's trying to pull it off, and I go, "Stop, you're gonna rip it," and then he's gonna say it's invalid, and you hear the policeman is grumbling, and I understand, it was hot and it was gross, and I'm acting like a crazy woman. So I take it from him, I try, and I hear, "Ma'am, I need your insurance card." So I did what else I could do. I handed him Jesus, as I now refer to as Jesus of the insurance card, and handed it to him. And he is holding this and looking at me. And he looks down, he's looking at me, and I respond with, "Vampire hunter," and put my hands on the wheel. And he just, he was like this, going, "I'll be back." He tried to regain some composure. I think he was almost like, "What the hey?" So I'm watching him in the rearview mirror, and of course my son went back to texting everyone to give them updates. Someone said, "Mom just handed the insurance card with Jesus." And I'm watching him walk back, the poor officer, and he's shaking his head, and he stops, and he turns and he looks back at me, at the minivan. I drove a minivan that screamed, "Mom, worn out mom taxi," is what it screamed, And he's like, looking back, and I decided, he didn't know what to do. He was deciding if he should call child protection for my son. I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. So then he gets in his car, and I'm like, okay, I go, he's got to have a sense of humor. Come on, we got to find that sense of humor. And my son and I were talking about when I was telling him to quit texting your dad. And the officer returns, and he goes, "Ma'am, here you go. Please drive safe." Well, I kind of saw a smirk. So I grabbed my car keys. "Oh, I will. These car keys, the keychain was holy water bottle." And I was just so glad when I drove off that he'd ask where we're heading, because we were heading to the cemetery around the corner. Pretty sure that the child protection would have been called.